All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom to your brothers that are laboring and pushing this word in truth, in sincerity, and with charity. I'm the brother Abraham from the camp here in GM Chicago, coming back at you with another lesson, Lord willing, it be edifying. And this video is from the Jimmy Dore Show. Okay, the title of his video is UK announces push to start war with Russia. All right, and this comes from something that the UK's chief of defense staff said. His name is Sir Richard Knighton. Okay, who warned the British citizens to prepare for a potential conflict with Russia and called for increased public readiness, recruitment, and defense investment. Right?
Crisis. Today, the UK is subject to an onslaught of cyber attacks from Russia. And we know that Russian agents are seeking to conduct sabotage and have killed on our shores. But Russia's hard power is growing quickly. The Russian armed forces are now more than 1.1 million strong.
All right. So all this is for what they paint as Russia, the big bad guy that we need to stop, that we need to go up against because they're dangerous, right? That's their narrative and the propaganda that they use for an excuse to start a war. All right. It says he claims the speech is meant to scare people. He is Jimmy, right? To funnel more money into the international security state and war machine, which is true. Okay, because the bankers are the ones that fund the wars. So when there's a war, they make more money. All right. The real purpose of pushing for war is to benefit those few banking families. And in a time of war, obviously you have death, bloodshed, many casualties, and only the people, the citizens, suffer from it, right? Now let's go here.
To do, and what he's done his whole career, is lie to his own country, his own citizens, about the threat. And so he's there to gin up support for a war that's going to enrich a handful of billionaires and slaughter a bunch of other people, and drain your and by the way, drain your tax base, your treasury, to gear up for it. That's what this is all about. Scare people so you will get more money into the pockets of the international security state, the war machine. That's what this is about. That's what he's doing. Do you see how even to this day they're still lying about the Ukraine war? Well, they have
To
to.
this day.
Civilian populations. The Russian leadership has made clear that it wishes to challenge, limit, divide, and ultimately destroy NATO. And former President
Russia wanted to join NATO, just so you know. Russia wants to have open trade. Russia doesn't want to have war. Russia wanted to join NATO. It's the United States that has 1,000 military to do, and what he's done his whole career is lie about the threat. And so he's there to gin up some terrorists, not Russia.
Medvedev's words, aspiring to the disappearance of Ukraine and the disappearance of NATO, preferably both. Despite these clear indications, I'm not sure yet that we feel this threat in the UK as acutely as many of our allies in Europe. As the philosopher Nietzsche said, where we stand
So it's taking Russia we're going on what, 4 years now to take care of Ukraine? But you guys are worried they're going to trying to take over Europe? Really? It's taken them 4 years, and it's the Ukraine war isn't over. But you're sure they're going to just start going after the rest of Europe? Really? I mean, the pro-war propaganda, I guess it's always been this weak, but I really see it now.
And depends on where we sit.
All right, but nevertheless, all right, war, not only war, but World War III is prophesied in the scriptures, right? Let's get Revelations 11 and 14. It says, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly, right? So a woe means destruction. So the second woe is the Second World War, right? Because what greater destruction happens but during a time of war? So the Second World War passed, and behold, the third war cometh quickly. Okay, let's get this is Zephaniah. Yes. Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, upon all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Right? So this is the Lord saying that it's his determination. Right, let's look up that word determination. This is judgment, justice, ordinance, right, or order, act of deciding a case, seat of judgment, process, procedure, sentence, a decision. Alright, so you get the point. This is the Lord's determination to what? To gather, to assemble the nations and the kingdoms, to pour upon them his indignation, his fierce anger. Alright. So the Lord is in control. And as it says here in the book of Ecclesiastes 3, and it says, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. Which time do you think we're in now? A time of war or a time of peace? You look around you, alright, look at the state of the world and the state that the world is in, and it's a no-brainer what time we're in. Alright, so why is this happening? Because it's his Lord's determination to gather the nations. Alright, to pour upon them his anger, his indignation. Alright, let's get Isaiah 13 and 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of the nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. So these troops being gathered together is the Lord's doing. It says the Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. That means he controls the host of the battle, and he determines who wins and who loses. Alright, it says they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of it, his indignation to destroy the whole land. Right, so there goes the Lord's indignation again, and his purpose is to destroy the whole land. That land being America. This land is going to be utterly laid waste. It says, "How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand, it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt." Alright, so everybody's going to be afraid when the judgment of the day of the Lord happens. It says, "And they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another, their faces shall be as flames," right? For their fear, for their sorrow. Alright, so let's go on down to 19. It says, "In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah." Alright, so it's saying, like Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed, so will I destroy Babylon. Well, we know the ancient Babylonian Empire fell, and then the Medes and the Persians took over after that. Alright, but ancient Babylon wasn't destroyed by fire and brimstone. Alright, it was just a surgical strike. Alright, there was no war where they had to conquer the Babylonians and overtake them, and there was this great battle and then the Babylonians lost. No, that never happened. Alright, so it's talking about a future Babylon. Alright, it says, "It shall never be inhabited again, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there." So nobody's gonna inhabit uh the virgin daughter of Babylon. Well, right now, Babylon in modern day Iraq, you have people inhabiting there. You have people dwelling there. Right? But the prophecy is that it shall be destroyed. What's it talking about? It's talking about America. Alright, it says, "But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant places. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged." So when this place is destroyed and turned into a desert by the nuclear fire of the nuclear missiles, or only desert creatures are going to be found here, living here. No person, no nobody. Just beasts of the desert, creatures of the desert. All right. But before that happens, right, these nations have to be gathered together, right? Because the Lord's mustering the host of the battle. The least of the flock got to draw this whore out All right, it says that the Most High is going to put hooks in the jaws of Russia to, go through with this war. All right, and then you got the allies of these nations that are going to be brought in, and this is why it's going to be a World War III. All right, so we're just seeing um everything fall into place because this word of prophecy is sure. The interpretation is sure. The vision is certain. And we're just seeing it play out. So it's almost here, man. All right. I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Lord willing, this video was edifying. As always, our honor, glory, and praises goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, the honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Until the next time, Shalom.